வீக்கெண்ட்ஸில் டெடிக்கேட்டட் வாலண்டியர் HPCCயில் அவரும் அவரோட ஒய்ஃபும், அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு ஸ்கூலில் எல்லாம் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. சியாட்டல் நார்த் சியாட்டல் ஸ்கூலில், சவுத் சியாட்டல் ஸ்கூலில் மேத் டீச்சராக இருந்திருக்காரு. அப்புறம் இந்தியாவில் நியூசிலாண்டில் நர்னி டீச்சராக இருந்திருக்காரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்போ வந்து நம்ம ஃபர்ன்வுட் எலிமெண்ட்ரியில் அசிஸ்டன்ட் பிரின்ஸிபலாக இருந்தார். இப்போ லாக்வுட்டில் அசிஸ்டன்ட் பிரின்ஸிபலாக இருக்கார். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் ஃபேமிலி அவுட்ரீச் கோஆர்டினேட்டராக நார்த் ஷோர் ஸ்கூல் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டோட ஈக்விட்டி அண்ட் டைவர்சிட்டி கமிட்டிலையும் இருக்கார். அவரோட எஜுகேஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டாக்டரேட் இன் எஜுகேஷன் லீடர்ஷிப் வாங்கியிருக்காரு. அப்புறம் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் இன் எஜுகேஷன் லிட்ரேச்சர், எஜுகேஷன் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன். ஸோ இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு சீஃப் கெஸ்ட்டாக வர்றதுக்கு இவரை விட்டு வேறு யாருமே ரெடியாக இருக்க மாட்டாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ அவரோட ஸ்பீச்சை கேட்கறதுக்கு உண்மை நானும் ரொம்ப அவரை எதிர்பார்த்துருக்கேன். ஸோ மிஸ்டர் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் கேதம் கவுனிகா சார்.
Namaskaram. Thank you. Good evening and good afternoon. Now it's absolutely a privilege to be part of this wonderful program that you have put together. To begin with, I would like to acknowledge board of directors, 9 board of directors, I believe, 7 to 9. And I wanted to appreciate also the volunteers, teacher volunteers, who have dedicated their time throughout the year to be able to come over and put together such a wonderful program. Importantly, educating students. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. And parents, I don't think without your support, any organization can be able to do any miracles, any wonderful stuff. And third thing is, I would like to compliment the students. I can see quite a few of them here. Over at Fernwood or Lockwood, or I may have seen them in some other places also. So to begin with, it's when I introduce myself, it's difficult sometimes for me. And when people see me in different attires, and I'll tell you why, the rationale behind why I'm saying that. So I'm an Indian priest, Hindu priest, non-profit organization, volunteer and as well as a leader, and also educator. So these are the 3 roles, 3 hats that I wear in the community. And some of you, I know some of you in 3 different roles. In 1 role, 2nd role, 3rd role, or whatever the role and so on. So why I'm emphasizing that particular piece is, it's a connection. It's a great privilege to connect with you in different roles. And importantly, the language. When one of the board members was sitting with me and talking to me about how a few years ago it started off with about 50 students on the guided, now it grew up to be 250 students and more. And that's actually a big kudos to the teachers and all the board members, all the families who have committed themselves to, to make this organization bigger. Let's go back. Before we talk about the organization, I want to say something why the language is very, very important. And before I say that, may I ask you to quieten your voices and encourage your children to talk. You adults also don't talk. That would be good, so that we are like a mutual listening. I can listen to you and you can listen to me and so on too. I really appreciate that. Because there are some important messages I don't want you to miss out. Maybe some important for you, for children or your parents or grandparents and everybody else. So the language. We started off, every organization is starting with a language. Why we wanted to give the language? One example I would like to say is that, imagine yourself, your children yourself, saying your mother. நம்ம எல்லாரும் amma amma anu கூப்பிடுறோம், right? That's how we call it. பக்க வீட்டில் போயிட்டு we don't call அம்மா somebody else இல்லையா. I mean we say we accept everyone as a mother. That's a rational, that's a universal rule for us. But என்னன்னா, so we needed to remember who we are, where we have come from, where our roots are, what our roots are. Not just celebrating once a year, whatever maybe, Independence Day or something like that, whatever that cultural day that you wanted to celebrate. No, that's not it is. So the language gives the foundation for children to be able to connect. It's a connecting link, it's a bridge. Even though we are miles, thousands of miles away, what connects us back to India where we have come is the language. And our languages are, you all need to acknowledge this, our languages are so sophisticated. Let me give you one example. As coming from the religious background also, I'm sure everybody heard about Tirupavai, right? Right? Tirupavai, everyone heard it? I'm sure. Everyone should have heard it. Even though you don't remember it, you don't have to. But we say, Margadi Thingal Madinira Indananna, right? It goes in Margadi Masam and so on. So, let me take one example out of that. That is such a beautiful 30 verses of poetry. Even if we put together tens of thousands of highly qualified and talented scholarly poets also put together also, that Tamil script, that Tamil poems cannot be, or verses, we call it pasarams, cannot be written. They cannot be brought back. They cannot be written, period, that's it. That itself speaks about the essence of that, the strength and the power of the language, Tamil language. People ask me, let me give you, my wife always asks me the question as until today. We are married for 18 years. She asked me, who are you? What are you? I said, what do you mean, what are you? Are you Tamil? Are you Telugu? Are you Kannada? Who are you? I'm still confused. I said, why do you say so? Because when you go outside, you speak in Kannada, sometimes you speak Tamil, sometimes you Telugu. So where are you? Who are you? I said, I love the languages. I said, I grew up with Tamil songs. And I grew up with Malayalam songs. And I listen to them, all of them today, as until today. That's kind of, the beauty of the language cannot be replicated. No other language can replicate other than your mother tongue and so on. So, the effort the parents are doing, and all the members, all the parents are doing in different roles, capacity, to give you children. I want you to pay attention to this one. Okay? You are in America, I know that one. You need to embrace American values, culture and so on. But you have a challenging role. We all have a challenging role. No country says that we have to, once you come to this country, you have to be an American or a French or whatever that may be. It says that bring in your values. Embrace our values. Let's live together as good citizens. Now, or what actually, last year, so initially, first to second days, or I don't know, I can't remember his name, maybe Sid or something like that, second or third grade. So I was just casually chatting him. Sir, I know my language is Sir, I speak Tamil, I know a little bit of Kannada, Telugu also. I said, wow, that's amazing. But he says, I love speaking to you in Tamil, these three languages. So that made my day. Like I said, oh my God, whenever I go, I talk to him either in Telugu or Tamil or Kannada or Hindi, a little bit of Punjabi and so on. Because the beauty of it is that when the children see someone, a teacher, an adult actually in the building, speak the same language, come from the same culture, and their eyes glow. Their eyes become really wide. They say, I belong here. Someone cares for me. Someone I know is here. When Dr. Reed asked me to step into this role as an outreach community, most of you probably still don't know what my role is. I'll briefly explain so that in future you can reach out to me. Outreach in the sense, I'm trying to promote our language here, Tamil, Telugu, Punjabi, Hindi and all other languages and so on. I'm trying to care for the needs of our children. For example, there are times where mothers or fathers maybe who may not be, understanding the logistics of maybe special education or this and that, all this stuff and so on. I step in, I explain to them in Tamil, or maybe one Tamil family I helped recently. It's happened for the last 6 months and so on. I had to literally explain the whole process, how the system goes and so on. And I'm glad that Tamil family, that kiddo is able to migrate into the classroom and as well as having a very normal day and so on. There were some challenges to begin with, to make a transition. So that is one of my role. And I was talking to one of the board members also earlier too. I know 8 students have passed the Tamil exam. That's right? Congratulations guys, good job. But I'm working with the language tests. There are some discrepancies that are there. I'm coming to one of you and you are going to reach out to me. We wanted to streamline, standardize our Tamil language test. That's part of my job. And third job that I do is, I wanted to recruit, Dr. Reed asked me to observe, but we have so many Tamil or Telugu or Indian students are here. How come we do not have Indian teachers? So I was able to reach out to folks saying, hey, are you interested? Are you passionate about teaching? Come over here. Now I will guide you through how it happens. Glad now we have actually potential 4 or 5 teachers who might be teaching North Shore schools. Possibility is there. Imagine a teacher of the same color, the same language who is speaking, who will be in the building. How much confidence it gives to our students. So if you are one of them who wanted to consider teaching, please come in and talk to me, okay? So those are all of my roles that I have. So what I want to tell you is basically, values, not just the language. Don't leave with the language. It's great that you have started with the language, which you already might be working on values also. Sanatana Dharma values we call them basically. That means who we are. Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava, Acharya devo bhava, Atiti devo bhava, Yanyanavajyani karmani, Swadhyaya anma pravachaha. These are all the Sanatana Dharma values that we needed to teach them. The reason why I say is, I cannot speak some of the things right now here, but I'm quite happy to speak to some of your parents also. What is happening is, when students come into the middle school and as well as the high school, they are living in 2 different worlds. We are living in 2 different worlds. We don't know how to navigate that. We don't know, am I American? Am I Indian? Should I be embracing these values or those values? Where do I stand? The values, the language that you are providing in your classrooms will give them an opportunity to ask those kind of questions. Say that, oh, I am an Indian, but I am living in America. I need to embrace these values, but still I should not forget who I am. Those values, maybe embrace whatever the religious pieces that you are attached to or maybe are comfortable with it and so on, because those are going to act as pillars for them, for your students when they go to MIT or wherever that may be, whatever that they want to do and so on, education field or real life and so on. So through the language, wanted to provide those values also, how to treat each other, how to respect each other, how to maintain that kind of respect that our elders have taught us back in India and so on. So those are the things that we have to embrace through the language teaching. And there is a lot of hard work to do. Teachers are our students, our youth is going to need us. Don't ditch them. Not that you do, love them, which you love all the time, but also look out for all the resources that can be helpful to you and as well as to your children when they are needed. They may have questions about all the challenges that they have. I'm dealing with one particular family right now. I want to give one example, but I'm dealing with multiple families. This is my part of actually service over the weekend also. So these children who are in the high school, they are having issues. Again, embracing who am I, what am I, how should I do, why do I have to follow our Sanatana Dharma principles, why do I have to follow Hinduism, it is confusing and all this stuff and so on, you keep on saying, right? So part of the job, I'm helping those kind of youth to connect those dots. That's where your volunteers come in, your teachers will come in. embrace the changes that are happening in India, embrace the modern technology and everything else that are coming together and so on. But again, going back to those roots, I was so amazed to see those little children, cultural, folk dance and patriotism. They are bringing all those kind of things together. I know in the past I have seen, I would like to applaud all the board members, parents in the Tamil community for helping so many non-profit organizations back in India. I know you have taken a big lead when the floods came last year and so on too. I would really like to applaud for that. You know, that's what our responsibility is, to look after the people who are underprivileged. Not just enjoy the American life over here, but also keep an eye on those children, on those families who need us, who we need to help us. And I have seen one of my Lockwood child, doing fundraising, bake sale. He was looking for endangered animals. I don't know, he might be here, I'm not sure, he's a 5th grader. And he wanted to support the endangered animals, he wanted to fundraise and so on. Somebody else came to me, saying that I want to support back in India, those people who are poor children and so on. I said, oh my God, that is really amazing. So, teach them the language, teach them the values, teach them how to do the charity work. Then only we can make an equitable society. That's what it is. My job is, why I stepped into this role is, I want to make sure every child, irrespective of what language, what they speak, who they are, what they are, and what challenges you may have, we want to provide equitable opportunities for all of your children, all your families. I am the advocate for all the Indian community parents and as well as the children in this role. You can call me at any time for any kind of support. We need to teach them the same thing too. You need to help them, help other people who are in the community, outside the community, come together, help out each other, and let's bring together the culture, especially let's hold on to the culture where we have come from. That is the richest culture. I would say, going back to Tamil, always love it, always embrace that language, always want to speak, always speak, try to speak wherever there is an opportunity, and always appreciate the literature, the works that are being done, and any tasks that are related to not only Tamil but also back to India and so on too. So, I take this opportunity as thank all of you for the hard work that you are doing as board members, as parent volunteers, and as well as children, and as well as the grandparents, I can see them also here. So which is great, you are providing different types of support and so on. So let's come together as a great community. You know what, I have a vision. I'll conclude with this one. I have a vision. I'm still working on it. Wherever there is an opportunity, I talk to them. There is a potential possibility that we can have a school that is purely Indian school, okay? Just like it happened in UK, where everything can come together, all our culture, traditions and everything can be brought and taught under the same roof, where you don't have to run your kids on the road on Saturday taking Tamil class, violin class, guitar class, this class, that class and so on. We can still learn Bharatanatyam or maybe music, classical music or folk music or whatever that may be. And French, Spanish and all those things to become together. That's my great vision that I have. Hopefully one day we can be able to accomplish that. When we all organizations work together, we can make a difference. So make that network and let's work together along with other non-profit organizations also, other language organizations also. Let's build together and make a big bang, not only here but also back in India too. And especially I would like to, we need to acknowledge our North Shore School District and Dr. Reid for providing us so much of moral support in different types of support that are given. Faculty, teachers and everybody are there embracing us and they're welcoming us and they're accommodating us, which is truly amazing. Great leadership from top to bottom from all those schools, elementary to high school and so on, all the way to the administrative building and so on. So we should working together and always come and participate please. Something that I would like to request all the parents is, whenever there is an initiative that is going on in the district, you wanted to come and, you need to come and participate, you need to voice your opinions so that we can make a valuable change and a difference in the lives of our children. So have a wonderful afternoon and look forward to seeing more programs, and thank you very much to the board members for inviting me to speak to your audience today. And it's a great privilege, and I'm honored, I'm humbled by this invitation. Thanks.